U.S., so we are creating codependency on third parties that maybe can affect the best way to move in this direction.
So I think that the U.S. government is starting to realize that issue. And one of the ways I see that is that the work they've done on critical minerals, identification, supply, all those things. So they've now done the work of understanding what they need to be focusing on and why they need to be focusing on these pieces and what are supply chain deficiencies. And so with understanding what the problem is, then it starts to move into how can it be remedied?
Right.
On the other side of that box, some of the current issues around bipartisanship and sort of those types of things make counting on the government to enact things very problematic. And so it looks like the departments of the government are doing their job. Now it's up to understanding, is our legislators going to start doing their job instead of just playing politics?
Right.
And until legislators decide that doing their job is more important, then the U.S. is going to be at risk.
Right. Definitely. I am agree. And from the point of view of price, because South Africa, I think the price should be very low compared to the US price. It is competitive for us to keep working with this market, or what do you think? From the CFO perspective, right?
Yeah. That's a hard question to answer because each mine is different.
Right.
It's about understanding the economics of a mine site. How deep is the resource? How all those types of things is more important than where it's located some of the time, because fundamentally, with the way mining's gone on, with size of equipment, with efficiency of equipment, labor is such a much smaller portion of those pieces. And so when you compare to something like Russia or South Africa, I don't think they're getting a large benefit in labor towards the bottom line, even though it's cheaper than you are comparing to the U.S. But it is on geology more so than labor is where I see the issue.
Right. So where I understand it, you're saying, so they will have maybe larger resources than us.
Yeah, closer to the surface, that you have to move less dirt to get to, those types of, all those geology issues of, if I dig 100,000 tons of dirt, I'm going to get 10,000 tons of product. Or if I dig 100,000 tons of dirt and I get 5,000 tons of product.
Yeah, that makes it way different. Yeah.
Way different. Labor has no bearing really on that economic.
When you approach to a mine, how do you calculate the